We finally have an apartment. We finally have an apartment after over 5 months of house hunting. Like, it's so beautiful getting to say this now, knowing that it took us over 5 months to get this apartment. Anywho, let's run it back. I'm going crazy. Lagos is officially making me go mad. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. Right now, as I speak with you, all of my clothes are on the floor because of my current housing situation. I know that my rent expires here pretty soon. I mean, in space or less than 6 weeks. So we started house hunting in August of 2025. My former apartment was giving me so much issues. I had water issues that was causing mold. The water issues I had was not dirty water. It was basically water soaking in through the other, how do I explain this now? So the wall where my wardrobe was, where I keep all my clothing, there was a bathroom behind it. So occasionally water would soak through and stain all my clothes. First it was stain, later it was destruction, because most of my clothes, after they got soaked, mold started growing on them. They changed color, like they became useless because I couldn't wear them again. And to think that when I first moved into that house, I did so much, because I screeded the apartment, I repainted the entire place. What else did I do? I think I fixed some electricals. I did some major and minor stuff, but I couldn't do this one because it required breaking of the wall, which ideally is not a tenant's responsibility. But my landlord was not ready to get involved or take responsibility for any of this. That was still fine by me, because I didn't even have money at that time to like get a new place. I considered renovating it again myself. After getting the cost, you know, everything was around, I think, 1.1. That was the quotation I got from the carpenter and the plumber, and I was considering it. I was considering doing this stuff, only for my landlord to bring in a rent increment on a 27 days notice. So let me be clear, my rent, assuming today is 1st of the month, right, and my rent expires on the 29th, my landlord brings the letter on the 4th or 5th. So it was something like that. Like, I had just a little above 3 months for my rent to expire in that particular apartment, and he did that. So when I calculated the cost of the renovation, the additional over, I think, 1.4 that he was trying to put in on the rent, I'm like, this place is not worth it, because if I'm going to renew on an increased rent and still do this, it makes no sense. I can as well gather that money and start house hunting. And that was how the history of my house hunting began.
Do you have a big?
Yeah. Nah, this one is actually bigger. This one is bigger.
You know?
Yeah. It's better than this. Nah, the house is big. It's actually big. It's going to be big. It's several. Oh wow. Oh wow. That was good. Where was that? So Shagun, what do you think? Here are the consequences.
Which are the other ones?
Like where I'm coming from. For the first apartment, or for the first set of apartments I had gone to visit, I had hope. The apartment cost almost 3 million naira. I think it was like 2.7 or so. I don't really remember all the details, but I would keep attaching videos here. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. I had gone there the first time. The agent had stressed me The agent's story is even a different story. He had stressed me, he had blocked me a couple times, that he didn't want to rent out his house or anything of that sort to any body that has any affiliation with real estate.
Wait a minute!
That he has had different issues in the past. Either a real estate person rents the house and they spoil things when they are leaving, or maybe they come in disguise that they want the house and eventually start getting other people. It was just like different things. But finally, I liked the house. It was very close to the estate gate. Like, it was like a 2 minutes walk. Where I stay now is like 5 minutes to the estate, to the gates if I'm walking. There was like 2 minutes, so it was like superb. It's a new house. There are 2 buildings, right? What I saw online, and maybe contact the man, the house rent was 2 million, agency 2 million, caution 2 million, legal, sorry, 200k each. That's 2.6 million. Then service charge 160k. So it was a total package of 2,760,000. I was still complaining, oh my god, this price is high, because it's like all the way after Abijo, when houses in these places are not, you know, that high. I went there for inspection the first time. They were like, oh, the first building is what is going for 2 million. That's the building that is being renovated. The other one, which is a new house, is what is going for 2.2. Bear in mind, if it goes for 2.2, every other thing changes. So in my head, like, when the time comes, I will negotiate. My colleague already told me, oh, when you want to sign the legal thing, put in a clause, tell them at least within the space of 2 years they won't just like increase the rent. Unfortunately, I didn't get that apartment. It turned out that they said Dangote had paid for the entire building, because it was a block of, I think, 16 flats or so for his staffs. So I didn't get that.
Here it go again. What's up, Ray?
This must be a joke. You like the building? You like the building? Can you see it from here? I went to different houses. I had crazy experiences. If you stay on the Lagos island, especially from Aja all the way down, I'm not talking of the Lekki axis, it is crazy. Like, it is a madness. I remember going to one house. It was raining that day. It had stopped raining, but I know that from where I was standing with the agent and the person I had gone with, all the way down there was water. I could see the house from where I was standing quite alright, because it's a new house, it's a tall building. But what just like put me off was when they told me to remove my shoes and walk in the water, because there is no, like, I have to enter water. And I said I can't do it. Like, the pricing of that house, I think in total was like 2.5, and I'm like, why would I pay such amount of money and I can't even have a good road? What happens if there's a car? What happens? Like, a lot of things. I didn't go there. The very first one I had gone to, crazy experience. The house was smelling. I'm not saying smell that, you know, when they clean the place, but the whole place was messed up. That one total package was 2.4, and I'm like, if I end up fixing different things, I would still spend, like, it just didn't make sense. The only place that even looks fair, I'm upset. Let me get to the house first, at least this is a third estate. There's no way. Is this? It was renovated, right? Yeah. Sorry. These two bed, right? This kind of room. This is the kitchen. Two kitchen rooms. We just cook up the way. Say why that one look at this. Why they look the bush? Yeah, actually. Yeah, come
This is the master bedroom, very wide. Very wide. Modern toilets, brand new. Virgin house. The kitchen. Very wide kitchen with your cabinets. That 2 doors to the parlor, to the rooms. The kitchen has 2 entrance rooms. To the second room, very wide as well, unlike normal Lagos building. Oh boy, are you serious? Can't see the massive parlor now. Even if we have 3 sets of chairs, go ahead and sit down and that will be like, oh, see, oh boy.
I didn't get the apartment. Why? Because the caretaker was very shady. We paid 20,000 naira for a form, only to find out that he had sold same thing to over 60 people for just 6 units. And when it was time to rent, prices suddenly changed. And unfortunately, I couldn't read the landlady directly. 2-bedroom jumped to 2.4 million. This is exactly how people get played during house hunting in Lagos. If information is inconsistent, it is your sign.
This is downstairs. This house is so sweet. Like, when I say sweet, it's so sweet.
Security house. That's what I'm even looking at. Is it big generator that's supposed to be?
This small, that's a smaller mechano. Where
Yeah.
Upstairs. Not study room or parlor, mini bed, just virgin house. The bathroom. See the massive room, very wide. Very, very wide. With a modern kitchen. Wow, this is lovely. Oh, but having this kind of kitchen, it's not control where you put this is where you put your freezer. Oh boy. Brand new massive parlor. You see the console. Right here in our area.
I had filled a form on the 2nd of September. I went to that house, I think on the 27th of August, filled that form on 2nd of September. Literally stopped looking for houses because I had paid for the form. And then I kept following up. Oh, updates. They said, first of all, I was told it won't take up to 3 weeks. I should expect feedback 2 to 3 weeks. The form I filled was with the caretaker. The secretary of the caretaker was very rude to my agent, refusing to even give the number of the caretaker or her number to follow up. Can you imagine that I went there on Monday? Well, I think on Tuesday. I went there on Tuesday in the evening. It was late because my agent actually delayed me, because as at this point my rent has expired. Tuesday was 30th of September 2025 and I needed to leave the house. I thought that I would have moved into my house by 15th of September. Oh, if you don't know, I got a kitten. Zuri, come show yourself to the camera. Say hi. Look here. Yeah. Okay, meet Zuri if you've not met her. Gosh. So I had what's my line of thought? I had gotten feedback, or I had gotten late. We had gotten there late. This was past 5. They had closed, obviously. The next day being October 1st, it was Independence Day. Of course, it was public holiday. I was not available. My agent went back there. The place was not open. I started asking him at this point that, well, is this a scam? Are these people like real? You know, we were able to get phone number from somebody in the compound. They had called. The person was like, oh, he's not a caretaker, neither is he an agent. He doesn't know what we're talking about. Again, my agent decided to go there the second day. The third day, which was October 2nd. And getting there, he called me that, oh, they're available now. I think the message was forwarded. And my place is here, saying that every other person, jury, stay one place. Every other person has, everybody that registered has been called. And I didn't get any call. They requested I come there immediately because my agent was there. I went there and interviewed the person that said he was not a caretaker, that he was a facility manager. Guess what? There were about 60-something forms there. Do you know what that means? For a house that is not yet rented, right? A house that the landlord or the original owner of the house has not collected any money from. This man was collecting money from different people. 10,000, 15,000, who knows how much? If you have 50 forms on 10,000 alone, that's 500k. There, I was told that the price, because initially I had seen the 2-bed for 1.5 million, a total package of 1,950,000 with other charges. Now, I'll also put a screenshot of what he showed me. At the house, the downstairs is actually 1.7, upstairs is 1.8, but upstairs is gone. So total package of downstairs was 2,590,000. I don't want downstairs because I have a reason for this. But in all of this, I was just like disappointed and devastated, because funny how I've been praying about this thing, but funny how I've had a feeling since like last week that just start looking for another place. Don't just rely, because I've put in all my egg. Like, this is literally the second big disappointment. I can't believe I started house hunting in July, and today is October 3rd. I don't have a house. I went for another set, this time breaking what it was that I initially wanted, which was the location. You know, I didn't want to compromise before, but I eventually had to. They made me fill a form. They made me fill a form. They made me make payments. It was just a long process, because I know the agent for this particular house. I knew him directly. I've known him for a couple years, say 3 years. He got it from his fellow agents, his friend who is a fellow agent. Then that one was also liaising with the caretaker. But come to find out that this man in question, as a caretaker, was not actually a caretaker. He was just an engineer who had done some construction in the house, but had direct access to the owner of the property, who was the landlady. So if, for example, she says the place is 1 million, he would put it off as 1.4. And in Lagos especially, I want to say in Nigeria, but I don't know how it is in the other states, but in Lagos especially, once there is an increment on the rent in itself, every other thing increases, because they do 10% on agency fee, they do 10% on, so I think it's 3 things: agency, legal, and there's something else, caution, yeah. And then for some places you see service charge. This 10% is for people that are even sane and try to abide by the law. Some other houses, you won't even see 10%. You can be trying to rent a house of 500,000 and you're seeing, which is not realistic right now because I don't know if you will see 500,000 naira houses right now. But as take for example, you see a house of 500,000, you can actually see the agency or the other charges as 100k or 150, and you're asking like why? Like some people are just, I don't know, very greedy. And the house hunting markets in Nigeria, Lagos especially, I keep narrowing down to Lagos because this is where I stayed, this is where I've stayed almost all my life, and this is where I house hunted too. It was really tough. So he collected how did I get here? Yeah, so he was increasing the money for the rent and also collecting forms, making people pay for forms. So eventually the day we went to his office, me and my agents found out that these people had over 60 forms. In fact, way more than 60 forms. They had a lot of forms for that particular house. That house had just 6 units. If you collect 20,000 naira or 10,000 naira from that amount of people, from 100 people, take for example, do you know how much that is? Like, he was extorting people first and not giving them the house. So I waited and waited. Oh my god, I was getting desperate and desperate and desperate. Since I started house hunting in July/August, I knew that, so at this time August had passed, September had passed, October was coming. I knew my rent had expired where I was. I needed to leave. I needed to get another space. I needed to settle in because this was around the same time where I had just gotten another job, another client, right? So in order to not underperform or let my personal life affect my work, I had to hurry the process.
Okay, I want to check house now.
Somebody have stayed here. Anyways, I started checking yesterday morning. I started checking online. I went to different sites. I didn't want to use the agents. I had their number personally. I started checking. I got another rude person. There was one person, I texted her because on my bio on WhatsApp you see real estate. She's like, I said I want to come for an inspection. She was like, you mean for your client? I'm like, no, for myself. What clients? I called her and she's like, I'm an agent. I'm like, I'm not an agent. You don't because you saw real estate on my bio, does that mean I'm an agent? This no one I saw that, but this girl, a woman, hung up on me. Then I called her back. I'm like, why did you hang up? Like, I'm an agent. I said I'm not an agent. And then we went ahead and booked for this morning. I also booked an appointment with another agent for 2 houses. Good morning. I didn't inform you, but yeah, we're literally at the swimming pool. Hey, Jesus Christ! Are you sure I can pass here?
That dry place. You come close to the green, that green will fall you.
I don't have a pocket, man. Name of house hunting. My boyfriend just fell into water and his phone got destroyed, man. This is terrible, honestly. Can I see the phone?
Don't do that.
Let me see. Oh my god, oh my actual. The visitor further. Okay, I guess. First of all, when do you think the sand filling stuff will be done? Should I ask that man? Who is the man? Is it the caretaker or? Okay. You said this is 2 point what?
I told you the up is 2.5 down 2.3.
No, you told me 2.4 and 2.3.
2.5 and 2. The other one is 2.5.
You told me 2.4 and 2.3, but okay. Is the price negotiable? Oh, that's the price.
Let's check the down. You still
I can't stay downstairs actually because, and here is even a waterlogged area. I'm looking at that place, this balcony side, and I'm seeing water here. So I don't even trust staying downstairs. Personally, I don't want to stay downstairs. And plus, this thing I'm saying. So, what do you think the best price for this upstairs is? What is the second one you're talking about?
That one is the other one.
Yes, plain water. Okay.
Dry by this month. The water.
To dry.
By this month ending. Totally. Before the next one will start, how do you think they will fill it up? They want to do the road.
Who is doing the road? Is it the landlord?
There's an estate that bought about almost 100 plots of land and they want to stay. But the rain will stop this October. The water will dry. Before the next year comes again, they would have filled it again.
Okay.
Nice, huh? When the next year will come.
No problem. Let's get back.
You get the phone for me. Yeah. I still have the phone for me.
Alright, thank you. That particular house upstairs is going for 2.5 million for just rent. So total package should be, it's usually 10% legal, 10% agreement, 10% caution. So that alone is 750 plus 2.5 million. So let me say 3,250,000 for just the house. Doesn't cover for lights, doesn't cover for service charge, if any. So the house itself is fine, I'm not going to lie. The parlor is less spacious than I thought. The store is small, the kitchen is cool, but the area itself is what my concern is. When it rains, how is it going to be like? I mean, this is rainy season, so I could see what it really look like. Ogonboy is, or should I say was, a set of villages, and now it's becoming modernized, yes, but there are still a lot of like gig places. This place is not, I'll call it an estate, but it still has a lot of development to undergo before it gets like to that level. So I would give the house in itself maybe a 7.5 over 10, or maybe an 8. But the environment, I'll give it a 4. So if I'm paying that amount of money, I need to like be getting something I'm satisfied with. I know that real estate is appreciating on a daily basis, especially in Lagos, because of development, because of road network and all of that. But it's crazy. How much is the minimum salary of a Nigerian salary earner? and now people will be able to afford their things. So everybody has to like keep their game up. I believe this one is like a global thing. But in this area, I even went, like I was frustrated enough that I started even checking on the mainland. I checked Yaba, I checked Surulere, but of course those are like students field areas, so houses there are like the same prices here. The particular compound I went to, it is a 2-bed, and then there's the self-con. Self-con is cute, but self-con is going for 1.1 million naira. Bust my head. After that, I checked another one. That one is downstairs. Parlor has one window. I wasn't satisfied with that because I have plans for what I want to use my parlor space for. I'm a creative, so yeah. What is it? I don't let me carry. I'm climbing. So that being said, after the first house I had gone, the second appointment I had, the lady again acted up with being rude, and maybe I should just say what happened. I had texted her yesterday asking what her inspection fee is. She didn't respond. Today she responded saying 10k, and then that I should let her know when I'm on my way. I was already on my way. I was driving, so I parked somewhere. I called her and I told her where I was. She's like, no, that she told me to call her when I'm like, that's why I'm calling you now. Like, I'm just seeing your message. I texted you asking for inspection fee yesterday. You didn't respond to me. Said yes, she sent it to me. Now that's 10,000. I said I can't do 10,000. I can't do 5,000. And this lady hung up on me again. I called her back twice. Immediately she didn't pick up. I was very upset. My boyfriend, of course, was upset, and he was like, I shouldn't call her again. Let's just go. Somebody cannot be disrespecting me this way, and you know, I still want to go on. But I'm like, I'm the one that's desperate here. I'm the one that's in need of a house. So maybe I should just call her back. He was like, no. So I decided to send a voice note. Right? I sent a voice note saying that she didn't pick my 2 calls. I sent her a voice note. I'm like, this is not how you do business. I was very mad. This is not how you do business. This is how you treat people. You hung up on me twice. For what reason? Yesterday you said I was an agent. You don't even know me. I don't know you. Like, this is how you treat people. I saw that she had responded saying that, oh, when I said 10k, she said, when she said 10k, I said 5k. She was like, okay, let her get back to me and she'll call me back. And I'm being difficult. I'm like, listening to this voice, my boyfriend was like, wow, she knows how to gaslight too, because this is clearly not what happened. But yeah, I mean, the house I wanted to see with her, it's a fine house, a new place, even though she had warned me on like 3 instances that you pass different water. It's like 400 bikes a place, and you pass different water. The road is like waterlogged, so you're like, it's not what it's not what it's. So yeah.
And that guy is speeding. He's driving bus. So we're out here driving in the river Nile with the faith of God that we can walk the water.
Everywhere was flooded because it rained, but I still wanted to check.
It's where the amphibians and human being lives. It's where they meet. It's where these creatures collide. There's a human being, there's some amphibians in the water.
Fine inside, funny outside. Going in, something funny happened. I realized that this one I had come to check was actually the same apartment the rude lady from yesterday was supposed to show me. You say I should park and enter bike. If I don't that, I will not know. Why does this room have any? I still got disappointed because most of the units were already taken and the one available wasn't well planned. The balcony couldn't be accessed from the living room, only from the room. How does that even make sense? Guys, so that particular one that you posted, is it taking? I don't understand. So where is the guest bathroom? Is it this one?
Yeah. Took out the license from here.
So that means this one is 2 toilets, not 3.
Yeah, everything that's added to everything.
2.
Yeah. I think to come and access code as well.
I didn't even know when I burst into tears. I think it was the frustration, exhaustion, and just all the expenses adding up. Oh no. Sorry. This one has a balcony. Big. Some has a balcony, but not just one window. The one I wanted is gone. Oh my gosh. The room is not a suite. This is shared visitor studies. And then the kitchen. I need to go in again. This will not give me enough license for creating content. I was getting desperate. My rent had expired where I was. I needed to leave. I needed to get another space. I needed to settle in because this was around the same time where I had just gotten another job. Now that's not underperform or let my personal life affect my work. I had to hurry the process. At some point, I left my load. I had to move my load. Start looking for who to stay with in the meantime and all of that. I visited a total of, now I can't really count it, but I know I visited over 20 houses. I had different experiences. In all of this, take note that money was going because I would pay for most times transportation of me and the agent. I don't know if that's normal or if it's because I didn't know they were just doing this to me. And then the inspection fees in itself. Right around October, beginning of November, I decided to take a little shift, and the shift I did this time was looking out for platforms where I could, obviously because I have been in real estate, I knew these things, but it just seemed better at the initial stage to use agents. Eventually I started checking some listings that they will upload and see picture and show pictures, because some of the agents that I was meeting up with, some did not have pictures, some they had pictures but they were snapping in 0.5, so when you get to the apartment, it's not exactly what you've seen. While some, the houses were fine, but the area, it was just a lot of mago. To be fair, anybody can snap in 0.5 and still upload there, but it gave me more options because when I type in a particular location, when I type in my budget, it shows me everything. When I type in how many beds I was looking for, it shows me everything within my budget in that location, in that area. So it gave me lots of options. I had to look through and now decide, okay, which agent should I reach out to, which agent should I communicate with so that we can go for the inspection. So it just increased my options in a way. I was able to get another landlord. The place is far, but the house looks perfect. And I'm saying, I think this is my house. I've not gone there. I have an appointment with the landlord tomorrow morning by 8. So that's the situation of things right now. As for my cat, she's been the thing is, the first day we got her, she cried almost all through from mainland here. So she was feeling cold, so I had to turn on the AC. But when she came that day, she couldn't stay. She was hiding at the back of this mirror. There's a small tiny hole there. She refused to come out, refused to do anything. But now she's used to the environment. I was told not to train her with my bed so that she doesn't get used to it and never stops. So, but this chair I'm sitting on is where she has been staying when she wants to rest, when she wants to sleep, when she's not playing. So I guess it's part of the reason why she's like meow, because I'm on her chair, I'm in her space. Anyways, I'm very hopeful because as it is, I started eating my rent money and it's not even funny. The person I have this inspection with is the landlord of this property. I was so excited seeing that the entire estate is starred, but getting closer to the apartment itself, I can't. What? No, go now. Wait, come home, help me. Ha. It's over. This is. I had to walk through grass and water. Hey, I almost turned back, but the landlord assured me that the road is currently being worked on, so we continued. The structure of the compound was already very attractive to me. It's a new building, if you notice, so the floors still need a little bit of polishing.
I also want to rent a floor before I polish this place.
Upstairs? You already know my first choice is always upstairs, so you chose this color of tiles. Fun fact, the location of this property is actually much further than I wanted, but when I saw the flooring in the pictures, I knew I had to check this place out. You can see where I parked. I entered water all through. My trousers stay up, but it actually looks good. This is the kitchen. I'm here with the landlord himself, not an agent. I like. Where would I put gas though? How? This is room 1. This is what the wardrobe looks like. 3 windows. The bathroom is big, in my opinion. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. The second bathroom, smaller than the one in the other room. Okay. This is the balcony. Not bad. Another balcony. Everywhere.
So for them to have done this thing, they can't do this one.
Oh, that's really
Or
cool.
however, in the next 4 weeks, if they don't do that something like
Okay, so sir, how much is this one?
what did he tell you? What did that
He has not told me anything. I actually saw this place from MPC.
Oh, really?
Yes. So he posted some pictures and I really liked this flooring. I really like how he blended it and I wanted like it was just I was thinking it's far because I'm coming from so I'm like coming here.
Where do you want? This water here, I'd already paid for filter.
Okay.
There is a tank at the back. Let me see. I've already bought the tank. I've already have the filter itself.
Okay.
And the switch and the pipe, everything. You can see the entrance. That's where they're going to put it.
But is the water bad?
No. Very clean. Very, very clean. I will show you the security fetched from
They've
Very,
really
very,
done this
very.
road. Wow.
very, very.
Why that song playing in my head? We finally have an apartment. We finally have an apartment after over 5 months of house hunting. Hi, my name is Divine Casimir. If you're new on my channel, welcome. If you're an existing subscriber, you're also welcome. On this channel, you'll find content about lifestyle, self-care, vlogs, and every other thing about my life. So this video is long overdue, but I guess because I wasn't able to upload in real time, it was just difficult to keep up. I have carried you through some parts of my story on why I started house hunting in the first place. Where I live now is not where I dreamt of living in terms of location, because it's way farther than where my initial plan was, right? It's very, very far. But I did it because of a couple reasons. It is a new house. It's very spacious. It's a space that anybody who is a creative or who likes recording videos or filming whatever can record and be happy about. I had a very good flow with my landlord, because the first day that I came into the apartment, or the first day that I came to check the apartment, me and the agent only spoke over the phone basically, and he directed me, and I went and I met up with the landlord himself. Yeah, eventually I paid for the apartment, you know. However, I would also like to you that it's been everything, you know, like I hoped for 100%. It has had its icks, and I will just list a few things. It's not my first time house hunting in Lagos, but this was just an entirely different experience. This actually is my first big girl apartment, because the two houses I have stayed in previously were shared apartments. I shared with people. The first one I shared with one person, the second one I shared with two people. But this one, I got a 2-bedroom where I don't have to share with anybody. I'm all alone. It's a beautiful space, aside the time it takes me to get there. That's just basically what my house hunting journey was like. If you found this helpful, if you're interested in house hunting, I have also created an apartment guide that can help you, so that if there is any one of you who is looking to get an apartment, who is looking to move, who is looking to know what to look out for when you're house hunting, you want to know when an agent is actually telling you the truth and not deceiving you, you want to know when to actually take an apartment. If this is you, if you plan for it now, if you're already in it, or if you're moving, if you're going to do this at the end of the year, you know, I think you should get this guide. I would attach the link in my bio so you can get access to it. I also created a WhatsApp community group for anyone who would like to connect with other people who are also house hunting. I do hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.